I think that if you read an entire book of investment advice or financial advice, you don't want someone to end the book saying, I don't have a solution for 98% of your problem, but here's an insurance policy. 1 or 2% is like buying an insurance policy, but 20, 30, 40%, 50%, 75% is like solving the problem.
BitcoinZella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to BitcoinZella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Michael Saylor reveals Bitcoin's path from $100,000 to $13 million, MicroStrategy's bold growth, and AI's impact on finance. Let's catch him to uncover his strategies for a digital future.
So I just said, I don't think you're going to come up with 50 good ideas. And I think that the whole idea of diversification makes sense when you don't know the answer, but you don't want to make a mistake. But I think in the field of engineering and in many fields in life, it's like when your kid is a good basketball player, you don't say, I think you should split your time between archery and jogging and swimming and basketball and football and hockey and 16 other things just in case. You tell them to focus on basketball, and you build the plane out of aluminum, and you don't diversify the steel beam into clay and bronze and balsa wood, right? If there's an answer, there's an answer, and you just tell someone the answer. When you don't know the answer, you're like, yeah, we'll go to Vegas and gamble and pick anything, but, don't bet more than 2% of your money, right? Don't. So my point really is there's a disconnect between giving someone a piece of advice to make their life better and then saying, but I 98% don't believe in it. Yeah, I think the middle of 2020, we're running a $500 million business with $500 million in cash, generating $75 million in cash flow a year, growing 0 to 5%, competing against Microsoft. Lockdowns hit. Our stock has 0 options, $2 million liquidity a day. The options are worthless. The stock is worthless. We have no investor interest. We're stuck in a competitive trap. There's no way to crawl out of the competitive trap. We've got $500 million in cash, generating 4% interest, and all of a sudden Jerome Powell cranks that down to 0% interest. And then everybody's locked in their home, and I'm staring at, and then I watch all the Magnificent Seven stocks double. And then you realize that if you're sitting there, all your capital is going to be siphoned off by the Magnificent Seven. All your human capital is going to be siphoned off by the Magnificent Seven, right? Even if you have a good product, it won't be a good product in 5 years once all your engineers quit. And so we're kind of stuck in a trap. So at that point, you have 3 choices. You have a fast death, just sell the company. And a lot of people do. 99%. I had 100 competitors, guys. 99 of them, or actually all 100 of them, sold themselves. Right? You just exit. Or it's slow death. I have my $500 million. I'm just going to start to pay all my employees massive cash bonuses to not quit, retention bonuses. But you're just going to go through the cash at some point. You're not going to be able to get out of your hole. You're going to linger on as a zombie. Or you take a risk.
Bitcoin experienced a sudden and dramatic price drop on December 5, briefly falling below $93,000 and triggering significant market turmoil. Within just 5 minutes, its price plunged 5.47%, wiping out over $303 million in long positions. The rapid decline, recorded between 10:23 a.m. UTC and 10:28 a.m. UTC, saw Bitcoin fall from $98,338 to a low of $92,957. This marked one of the most abrupt movements in Bitcoin's volatile history. Although the cryptocurrency quickly rebounded to $96,410, according to TradingView data, the damage was already done. Total liquidations across the market surpassed $404 million over 24 hours, fueled by the intense selling pressure. Felix Hartman, founder of Hartman Capital, suggested the dip may represent the end of a broader flush, estimating a 70% chance of recovery, but acknowledging the possibility of further declines if investor sentiment remains shaken. The dramatic plunge occurred just a day after Bitcoin reached a historic milestone, reaching $100,000 for the first time and setting an all-time high of $104,000. Pseudonymous trader Smiley Capital called it a historic moment, noting the market shed nearly $200 billion in value in just 3 minutes. Analysts like Tony Sycamore of IG Markets suggest the price may consolidate in the short term, but the event underscores Bitcoin's enduring unpredictability.
And the risk is a transformational acquisition. It's like, when you buy VMware, it's like, can you buy a company that's growing 20 to 40% a year that's a monster world beater company? And can you buy it for cash or buy it for stock? And maybe you have a new lease on life. And so I looked at, option one, I looked at option two, and I thought, well, is there some monster company we can buy with our $500 million in cash? Because right now it's a liability. And obviously I couldn't find one. But then I looked at Bitcoin and I thought, Bitcoin looks like Facebook for money. It looks like the global monetary network. It looks like the dominant. It looks like the Google or the Facebook. And so I'm like, what's the big tech monster network for money? And Bitcoin looked like that for me. So I thought, hey, maybe I can do a $500 million acquisition. I buy $500 million of Bitcoin. What if you could buy a company growing 60% a year at 1 times revenue with cash that you don't need? That was the idea. And it was kind of out of frustration and desperation, but it was a strategic Hail Mary, because your choice is just sell the company, give up. And the company would have been sold for $6 a share in enterprise value. Okay, $6 a share after 30 years of life. So we do that. We get to the 500 million. Bitcoin rallies, the stock doubles, the stock triples. Now we just have an opportunistic run. We discover the convertible bond market, and they want to give us $650 million in cash, pretty much for free.
For free. Not pretty much for free, for free.
If I came to you and said, I'll give you $650 million, it's 75 basis points, go invest in something. Can you come up with an idea for something to invest in that yields more than 1%? Probably. If you can't, right, you're not in business, right? Probably you can't.
XRP has seen a sharp decline of nearly 18% since reaching its yearly high on December 3, testing the optimism of traders anticipating a rebound. However, analysts warn that XRP bulls could face significant challenges if Bitcoin dominance continues to rise. Pav Hundal, lead analyst at Swifts, cautioned that an increase in Bitcoin dominance could result in a mass liquidation of leveraged XRP positions. This scenario could trigger a bloodbath, especially as capital rotates from altcoins back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dominance stood at 55.3% at the time of publication, a decline of 5% over the past week. Traders speculate this dominance could peak between 60% and 70% before capital flows back into altcoins. Despite XRP's price retracing to $2.37, many retail investors continue to reload leveraged long positions, signaling what Hundal calls a growing thirst for leveraged long XRP exposure. Even a modest 7% price drop could lead to $104.4 million in long position liquidations, further intensifying market risk. XRP's volatility follows a dramatic 431% rally triggered by Donald Trump's U.S. presidential victory in November. Analysts suggest that a stable Bitcoin price could calm nerves, but with funding rates heating up on exchanges, the market appears to be nearing euphoria territory. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Saylor. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.